How's it going, traders? This is Papa Wall Street back with another weekend review. Today we're going to look at my top sectors going into next week. If you feel like I'm talking too slow, feel free to watch this at 1.5 speed. And of course, keep in mind, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I'm only doing this for educational purposes only. So let's dig into these sectors. So first up is the Dow Jones Industrial Average. You can see I'm going to put another level down below here. We back tested the 305-236 retracement and bounced on Thursday and then on Friday. What we possibly could see is a little bit of a rebound here up to the top of the channel, and then watch for another rejection or a potential breakout over that level. DIA, Dow Jones Industrial Average, I don't really track it too much. It's not what I normally work off of, but I'm more of a SPY in the Qs type of trader. But just watch these levels, 314.60, 318.89. We've got actually a fib cluster right there. You could see two rejections. If we get over that level, then I think we could see a bigger rally to the upside. If we come back into that level and we get rejected, I think we could see a bigger move to the downside. So keep a close eye on those levels. Next up is SPY. So we came into my wave 5 target zone a couple of weeks ago. So a nice big bounce. And of course, you have now a pullback off of that bounce. So let's just take a quick look at where that pullback came to. And we're going to change these colors just so they stick out a bit more. And let's increase the stroke here. So we came pretty much right down to that 618 and we started to bounce. We bounced right through the 50%, right up to that 382 retracement. So yeah, it looks like a pretty decent bounce off of a key level. As I was mentioning, 374 last week was pretty much what I was watching. Now for this week, what I would say we should watch is 381, really 383. 383 is going to be the next level. I think that's going to be important to break. And if we can break through that level, then 386, 390, and then 393 would be the levels that I'd be watching to the upside. So let's see in this holiday shortened week coming up if we can get a nice continuation through these levels. Next up is the Qs, QQQ. You could see we have an inside day forming here on Friday. So very simple. What I would watch for is a move over 283 or a move under 275 to the downside. I think those would be the two levels that I'd be watching for. And then if you break below, then you'd be targeting the lows of 2 weeks ago. And if you break above, then you would be targeting 296 in this declining 50 simple moving average. Let's take a quick look at IWM. You can see we're still tight in this channel to the downside, and we're at this 1618 level here, 1618 extension at 172.19. That would be the level that I would be watching this week to see if we could break above. And if we can, then we'll likely test this declining 50 simple moving average. And then above that level, you have your COVID low anchored VWAP, and then you have your declining top of that channel. So that's what I would be watching for IWM. Dollar index continues to rise. We're still kind of stuck a little bit around this 104.929 level. You can see we wicked through it Thursday and Friday. But as long as the dollar index is strong, then the market is going to be weak. It's a nice inverse play. So keep a close eye on that. Here's KWEB stuck in between the 50 and 200 declining simple moving average. Watch KWEB, which is Chinese tech, over 33.84. I would target the 200 simple moving average above. And this is comprised of like BABA and JD and Pinduoduo. So those are the types of names you should be watching. Of course, PDD is one of the names I'm watching this week. Next up is TAN. Solar still stuck in between its 50 and 200 simple moving averages. Again, showing relative strength in regard to the rest of the market. I personally like JKS and ENPH as two individual names, but again, we need to figure out which direction we're going in. Right now, again, we're just consolidating within these two major moving averages. So 73.03 is next to the upside. That's your 38.2% Fibonacci retracement level. Over that, we tested 200. Over the 200, 78.44 to the upside. We were watching cloud stocks last week and or going into last week, and they just came all the way back down with the rest of the market, and then had a nice close on Friday. So keep an eye on some of these cloud names going into next week. And then last but not least is XBI, which is your biotech ETF. If you saw my individual name charts, you know that biotech is definitely an area of strength in the market right now. And so what I would be watching for on biotech on XBI is a move over 77.80. If we can get over 77.80, I would say your next target to the upside is probably 80, then 88, and then possibly a move back up to 96. But, biotech is certainly an area of risk in the market. It's the individual names tend to be a little wild. So you kind of have to understand that going in, which is why I don't tend to play too many biotech names. So those are the sectors that I'm watching coming into this week. Let's see where we end up in a holiday shortened week. I hope you all enjoyed the long weekend, and I will catch you in the markets this week.